Macroeconomic factors have an important effect on both the general level of interest rates and the shape of the yield curve. As you probably learned in your economic courses, the money supply has a significant effect on the level of economic activity, inflation, and interest rates. And two, in the Philippines, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas controls the money supply. If the federal government spends more than it takes in as taxes, it runs a deficit, and that deficit must be covered by additional borrowing, or by printing money. If the government borrows, this increases the demand for funds and thus pushes up interest rates. If the government prints money, investors recognize that with more money chasing a given amount of goods, the result will be increased inflation, which will also increase interest rates. So the larger the federal deficit, other things held constant, the higher the level of interest rates. Businesses and individuals in the United States buy from and sell to people and firms all around the globe. If they buy more than they sell, they are said to be running a foreign trade deficit. When trade deficits occur, they must be financed, and this generally means borrowing from nations with export surpluses. During recessions, short-term rates decline more sharply than long-term rates. This occurs for two reasons. One, the Fed operates mainly in short-term sector, so its intervention has the strongest effect there. Two, long-term rates reflect the average expected inflation rate over the next 20 to 30 years. And this expectation generally does not change much, even when the current inflation rate is low because of a recession or high because of a boom.